Hi, I'm with the filmmakers from Fields of Fuel. Tell us who you are.
My name is Josh Tickell.
And my name is Greg Reitman.
And you're the director?
Correct.
And you're the producer?
I'm the producer.
All right. So you are a passionate advocate of controlling the world's fuel crisis, as I understand it. This is something that you've felt very strongly about for a long time. It's something you've devoted your life to?
Yep. I've been working with energy for about 10, 12 years. And it really stemmed from just growing up in Louisiana and seeing the pollution there in the oil refineries. So Fields of Fuel really details the story of how we can become independent of foreign oil.
And you've done it in a documentary, and you've gone around and shot where?
So, you know, the film is a U.S. journey, and then from the U.S. we actually travel internationally. We go to Germany, we go to Sweden, we go to Australia, and it's a discovery asking the question, really, how can we become independent of foreign oil?
Explain how you come up with the shape, and this looks like an incredibly ambitious project. Did you just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and then edit it into submission?
Most documentaries, like the average doc, takes 7 years to make. So we were in production on this film from 1997 till now. Amazing. I shot the first footage with the veggie van, which you're going to see driving around Park City this week, in 97. And over the course of the 10 years, the story evolved because the problems of the nation evolved, and the reality of the time that we find ourselves in evolved. And we just kept filming. And then Greg and I met at a film festival.
And we basically talked for about a year, and then he's like, come help me. And we did, and we got a lot of money, and we went around the world, and we shot his dream.
And it's become more timely in recent years. And as you were doing it and shooting all of this material, did some focus become clear to you that there was a particular aspect of the story that you had to absolutely missionary passion nail home?
You know, Greg's from New York, and our writer, Johnny O'Hara, is from New York. And so in crafting the film, we really wanted to find a way to put in perspective what's at stake for America. Like, green energy sounds great, you know, corn farmers, soybean farmers, but it's not exciting. There's no, like, so what? And so with Greg and Johnny aboard, we really started to craft the story around New York City and what happened in September 11th, 2001, and how that's affected the country since. And so the beginning of the film, you know, that Greg and Johnny really had a lot of influence in, and the end of the film happened in New York City. And it's a powerful and emotional and very patriotic message, but not in a Democrat or Republican way. This is a message that everyone can get aboard. America can use green energy now, and we don't have to use foreign oil. And so that's how the story evolved.
Well, what's your fantasy of how this would be released?
I think the plan is that Josh has a 50-city road trip that he plans to take this out across the country, and we're looking to have it in theaters by June. And we feel it is the next third largest environmental film that's going to hit the nation. First there was Inconvenient Truth, then there's The 11th Hour, and here comes Fields of Fuel. And when you walk out, you want to get a biodiesel car, you want to look at your renewable energy portfolio, and it's just magical.
Tell me how your mother is involved in this picture.
Well, my mom is really the catalyst for why I started this movie. What really came out of living in Louisiana was a lot of my family members got sick, and some of them died. And a lot of the sickness in Louisiana is related to the pollution caused by the oil refineries. So I go back to Louisiana, I interview my mom, and it's a very revealing story of what's happened to our family and how that relates to pollution generated from oil refineries. And in a way, she really inspired me to make the movie.